Hello there and welcome. My name is Sunshine Amos, the CEO and Project Manager, Sunshine Resources. In this video, we're going to be talking about the success of an educated person. Okay? The success of an educated person. You see, ladies and gentlemen, this topic is timely and very important because for over 10 decades now, this is where Africans are told to derive their successes from. Okay? We're told to go to school and get an education and get a bright future. And so in this video, we will examine the success from education. Okay? And it is only at Sunshine Resources channel we can get content like this. Okay? Because we deal with generational issues and we have discovered that we in this generation, we are not seeing the success of educated people like the previous generation. Now, for some of us, our parents have told us stories of when they graduated from the university some decade ago of how they were able to secure about 4 job offers. Okay? And they were even deciding which of them they would choose. But here we are today, their own children or grandchildren cannot even get half job offer. So what kind of Nigeria are they leaving behind for us in this generation? What kind of a Nigeria have we created in the last 30 years? We see institutions that are creating employees, but there are no institutions that are creating entrepreneurs. Alright? So becoming an entrepreneur is a personal thing. We see a system that is turning people into glorified servants. When I was growing up as a little boy, they said we were poor as a country and even as a continent because we were illiterate. Now with a lot of educated people and a lot of knowledge and socialization, we are still going through a multi-dimensional poverty. This has posed so many questions in our mind. This actually draws our attention to this evaluation that raises this question. What is the success of an educated person, especially now? We have noticed that day in, day out, people are getting poorer and poorer. We are seeing a new kind of poverty in Nigeria. I think all over Africa, the third world countries. We are seeing a lot of educated but frustrated people. There's a dynamics that is making the youth of this generation to be redundant. Alright? We know that poverty is a signature of how unimportant someone is. You cannot be important and poor at the same time. It means that there's something that is making people unimportant. Let's find out what that could be. But before then, if you're new to this channel, consider subscribing so that you get posted of all our videos and resources each time we upload them. I'm going to continue this video by showing you a video, okay? I want you to watch this video very carefully, and when I come back, we will analyze this video. Okay? Let's watch this video.
Stand. Just start on. You don't record of it? See, I want to burn my certificate. I want to burn my certificate. I don't finish school now. 13 good years. In fact, it don't enter 14. So I swear to God, I have not used. And this is my NYC certificate. You see, now my NYC certificate with this.
An original one. No.
Now my original one with this. Limited. Now the school I finished from with this. You see, that's my university. Now this is my primary school, Command Children's School. It's now Lungi Barracks. It was Gardiner School Barracks. My file for my, in fact, this is my jam, but it's useless.
Why you want to burn your certificate?
Why I want burn them? See, 13 years and I swear, every job what I don't do, now job where I dey drag with people who no go school. So why you can't get, what's the essence of certificate? What I want burn now, I go burn everything. Now more no say, now job, because this country now to get certificate be like waste of time. If you ain't a certificate we get for this country, you won't travel out. They go they tell you say, you know if you use the certificate, you go release something. So why you having this rubbish? Even to be president now, you feel for certificate. This is it. Look at where. This is my NYC. See, record them. Now my NYC with this. Laminated. This one is my secondary school.
Nobody certificate now, bed.
Okay, this one is primary school. I don't been at secondary school. Man, no born waiting. This is my.
You don't know the day we work go come now.
My brother, may we know all of us now, eh? May we know say for the country. Now walk way illiterate they do, but we no go school.
I in the Bonamo.
I never start. I don't want to make a fire catch. Let me this so.
In the Bonasi, in the Bonamo.
Let me say touch.
Why they burn your certificate?
There is no essence. That is okay with this. You finish school. See, I even advise. Show my face, make it. I advise. Now be this. Show this again. Now be this. In this country now, you better say you go learn work. Say you learn work, and I'm telling you the truth. Now, waiting for swimming partner say of recent, person why they go beg for work. Now, my friend for primary school, we no go university, and this is 13 good years. I finished school 2010. Go serve my nonsense nation. See, I'm my NIC be this. I finish. See the number. I can go and cross check it. Laminated. I mean, the nonsense. Nigeria. I don't want to curse Nigeria, but Nigeria they curse themselves. Then we know, say all of us they drag. See now, you don't come on. Ah, maybe they drag work with illiterate people. I swear. Now it's been 13 good years when I finished school, no job. Now why they born this thing? I say for like 1 week now, I don't get insomnia, no feel sleep. Cause they look and I say every job what I don't do. Now job where they don't ask for my certificate. Job where they pay me money, where they feel pay illiterate, we no go school. Now be this. Get handwork. Get handwork. Those are parents will tell us say I'll send you. You go and learn electrician like a punishment. No be punishment. Carry your picking, make it learn hard work. At the first, not burner. Learn now. The bottom line is, Baba, learn hard work. Learn hard work. Make your picking. If you be parent, this country, because we get presidents where they say get Chicago case. We all know the truth about that case. He's still the president, and we can't say we get one certificate. I don't burn now. Don't burn, make it burn well. That put more fire. It will not be church.
The thing don't burn to ashes finish.
My brother.
Oh. See graduates they burn in certificates. This country.
Maybe go give me closure for like 1 week now. I don't feel sleep. I can't carry my file. I'll go on sleep. I'll say 13 years. I finished school 2010. I did my NYC 2010, 2011. Till today, I swear I never use a certificate. Get any one job. Maybe they do the illiterate job. Make everybody knows they're illiterate.
Don't burn finish
Brother. Damn it. Nonsense.
Hi! Graduate born in certificate. This country. God help us.
Welcome back. Now we will analyze this video very carefully. This video you've just watched is a video of a guy who set his entire certificate on fire. And his reason was that all the jobs he has been doing ever since he graduated from school, he was dragging with illiterates. In other words, he's working like an illiterate. There seems to be no preferential treatment given to him because of his level of education. His certificate seems not to count in his life. Now his decision to destroy his certificate was actually very important to him. Because according to him, for some times now, he was not able to sleep. Now why I actually brought this issue up in a video like this is because this is the situation of millions of people in Nigeria. Note that this kind of frustration has led so many people into committing suicide in Nigeria. Now, did you hear very carefully what he said? Probably that was what saved him. He said, go and acquire a skill. Alright? go and acquire a skill. I think, in my own opinion, what he did is the best. Alright, as far as I'm concerned, he decided to destroy the certificate instead of destroying himself, just like others have done. Others destroy themselves instead of destroying the certificate. Now, by destroying the certificate, he has disconnected his soul from the certificate. Okay? By destroying the certificate, he has disconnected his soul from that certificate. Because for a very long time, as long as Education Oracle exists, they have used this thing called certificate to control our minds. Once you are educated, you no longer own your mind. This is a serious thing. Alright? We want the youth of this generation to take note of this. Now, this is happening now because the trend is changing. Some 50 years ago, this cannot happen. As a matter of fact, when people lose their certificate in those days, maybe through fire disaster, they cry like they've lost a loved one. There is a generational shift and a new meaning is emerging. Your certificate is no longer a meal ticket. Okay? Your certificate is no longer a success ticket. Now, the success that is built into certificate is expired. Okay? Because we have seen people who are first in the classroom, but they are last in life. This we must know. We cannot be ignorant of this trend. Okay? For 100% of people, when their house is on fire, the first item they want to rescue from that fire is their certificate. In this part of the world, our certificate is an oracle. People do everything, all kind of examination malpractices, just to get a certificate. Now listen to me. Listen to me very carefully. Certificate is the evidence of our slavery. Are you hearing me? Certificate is the evidence of our slavery. A certificate is a tag of a slave. It is a signature of a well-prepared system slave. A signature of a well-prepared system slave. Of course, you know from history that education came after the abolition of slave trade. Alright? So, who do you think created the school curriculum? Was it your forefathers that created the school curriculum? If they had asked you to create a curriculum for yourself, would you create a curriculum that will make you a slave all the days of your life? You wouldn't do so. There are people controlling us through a system. Now, they made you to believe that our success is in a certificate. Your success is in a certificate. They make you feel that it is wrong for you to construct your success by yourself. We've come to realize that the most fulfilled people in this world are those who created their own curriculum by themselves. They created their own pathway to their successes by themselves. And most importantly, through entrepreneurship. I know that the success of our fathers was created by education, and that's why they were all servants all the days of their life. Today, most of them are retired, but into penury. This is the system that the world has used to control people, especially we in the third world countries. If you look at the third world countries very carefully, you realize that our development is the same. We have the same programmed mind. We are giving our citizens a certificated education. Certificated education is not a functional education. You are knowledgeable, but you are not skillful. Now, human development can only come from skills. Okay? Any functional knowledge must go with skill. At Sunshine Resources, we encourage any knowledge that can be turned into a useful product or service. In this generation, we find people who are very knowledgeable but cannot practically do anything. Their knowledge does not have any kinetic effect on anything. It's just like I want to teach you driving in a classroom without a car. Even if you have the knowledge of driving, for the knowledge to be important, you must mechanize it. Alright? Through education, they have connected our soul to a paper called certificate. Just the way the world connects our soul to money. We end up having certificated mind instead of skillful mind. This was the error Chinese corrected some 40 years ago when they made skill acquisition a priority over classroom education. Now, what is the purpose of the certificate? It is meant for you to present to an employer. Okay? It is meant for employment. That's the reason why we're going to school, so that we can get good jobs. Now let's talk about the employment aspect. We can now say that the success of an educated person is employment, right? If you take away employment from education, it becomes useless. That was why that guy in the video destroyed his certificate, because the certificate did not connect him to the kind of employment he expected. They have created a relationship between us and our certificate. Now, if the relationship did not yield expected result, then your success is ruined. Now, the success of an educated person is more or less the success of an employee. Now, who is an employee? An employee is a modern slave, a glorified servant. That is what education prepares us for. When you accept employment, you must go with terms and conditions of employment. Our employers determine how much to pay us as salary. Our employers determine when to increase our salary. They determine when to promote us. They determine when to sack us. When we go on training or capacity building, they do so that we can work for them excellently. They determine at what age we retire. They determine how we collect our retirement benefit. 50% at retirement, and the remaining 50% is spread through the remaining years of your life. Now, who gave them such mandate? You are the one that gave them such mandate. Now, why did you do that? They used the instrument of colonization, education and westernization to arrest you, okay? Do not crucify yourself, because you were not the one that chose employment. It was colonization that chose employment for you, because in the real sense of it, you were naive. You have no idea what they have in stock for you. The truth of the matter is that we seemed comfortable with it, right? At that time. Because we were running away from the intensive labor occupations of the African people. Today, all of us are programmed employees, and we transfer poverty from one generation to the other. Employment and salary have positioned Africans to remain as perpetual consumers of ready-made product from the West. Now, if you are a retiree, it means that you are among the first set of people in Africa to have tasted colonial subjection. Okay? Make sure you share your experience with your children and your grandchildren. During your time, you had no choice, okay? But in their time, they have a choice whether to become an employee or not. With education, we have disconnected ourselves from our resources. You see a graduate looking at resources, but he doesn't know what to do with them. Alright? Despite his wealth of knowledge. When you disconnect people from their resources, you automatically keep them poor. Alright? No nation can grow if they did not explore their resources. Your resources are meant for your development. God has blessed us with resources, but your system of learning has kept us far from the resources. They introduce us to employment and salary so that we can use the salary to buy ready-made product from the West. Okay? And that's exactly what we are doing. They have used salary to keep us alive and existing, but unimportant to the world community. Because we are not innovating and we are not creating. We are just consumers. Any system that keeps you far from your resources will definitely keep you poor. A graduate is very far from all African native occupations, which is the primary origin of our resources. It is not creative, just like I said before, or innovative. As a matter of fact, the education has destroyed the African native intelligence and entrepreneurship spirit in him. Of course, we know that the poverty in Africa is not the absence of resources, it is the absence of creativity. Where there is creativity, there will be productivity. Now, the generation of people that have disappointed the African continent is the educated generation. They have not used their knowledge to construct Africa. In Nigeria here, for example, corruption is the only creativity you see anywhere you go. All that educated generation ever wants is white-collar job. The reward of employment is salary. Corruption is an offspring of salary. Now, if a graduate cannot find a job, he wants to japa. Japa is modern slavery. We call it brain drain. Now, these are the characteristics of an educated person, and that's the impact of education. Now, that's the mindset of the educated African that we've been observing. Now, the question is that who are these employers? Who prepares the employers? We have institutions that prepare employees, but we don't have any institutions that prepare job creators. This is where we all got it wrong. Okay? As we speak, Nigeria needs entrepreneurs. Nigeria needs those who can create jobs for the teeming population. Over 80 million people are jobless in Nigeria. So who's going to create employment for them? Are we going to sit down and fold our hand and wait for foreign investors to come and create jobs for us, just like the government is saying? This is a food for thought for you. So thank you very much for watching, and God bless you. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can visit our website on www.sunshineresources.org.ng. You can visit our YouTube channel on youtube.com/sunshineresources SRT. You can also follow us on our Facebook page at Sunshine Resources. Thank you very much for watching, and God bless you.